at the first initiation, we're solidly grounded in developing a middle path, balanced way of being on the path. We want to have realistic understandings of where we're at and what we can integrate and practice at that stage. And effort is an inevitable part of what we're going to experience. There's a very beautiful tantric and non-dual way to understand why we experience effort. But that's a fairly advanced view, and maybe we'll talk about that more later. But then at the second initiation, all of that's deepening and refining, in a sense, something that's a part of our nature, what we could call our inner self or our soul. In Tibetan Buddhism, it's called the wisdom mind. That part of our nature is grounding more in the personality, and it shows up as qualities of relative wisdom, of insight into karma, understanding positive and negative attitudes, understanding the value of practice, understanding unwholesome states, understanding how the mechanisms of practice, all that kind of relative wisdom. And at the third initiation, the personality has fairly well integrated with that part of our nature. So we attain what could be called soul consciousness. And it's not uncommon for people to have greater access to remembering past lives and that kind of thing at that stage, because we're integrating with that part that experiences reincarnation and remembers our past lives and so on. It's kind of an intermediate self between the non-dual level of presence and the incarnate personality. So the first three initiations are essentially all based on an underlying archetype of a soulful, conscious, intentional practitioner that engages in practice, that understands karma, that understands enlightenment and as a goal, and is developing that. And the sort of function of those three stages of initiation is to develop a deepening wisdom and a transformation of the personality so that it becomes deeper and more into harmony with this aspect of our nature, and embodying that, being the conscious practitioner. So that's a basic underlying archetype of human spirituality, is like you might even call it sort of like the higher mind, causal body, soul, third degree initiate practitioner, conscious practitioner.